Hey guys and girls, welcome to the pecan harvest here at Twin Eagle Ranch. We are hard at it, but one of the things I wanted you to look at before we got started and we get over and we'll shake some trees and show you what happens there, pick up some sticks, run the harvester and show you what the end result is that we end up taking over to the processor. These are all native pecan trees right in here, and if you'll look, this tree right here has been shook. You can look up there and see that you know, most of those hulls that are in that tree are empty. That is a huge, huge tree. But the main thing I want you to look at is, well, you look at the fact that how much difference these trees look than they did, say, just about 10 days ago. You know, pecan trees are the last trees in the woods to get leaves on them during the springtime. You know, you got green everywhere except your pecan orchards. Your pecan trees just don't have green on them. Then those leaves come out and they're the most beautiful trees that we have in the woods all summer long and all fall long. They're just beautiful. They are the last trees to lose their leaves. So when everything else is gone, the pecan trees still look great. But then you have these big, strong northern fronts come in, the winds blow hard from the north, and it seems like almost overnight, pecan trees will go from having all the leaves to looking just like this right here. And they're just like about the ugliest trees in the woods. So, you know, God, I don't know what he was thinking when he did all this, but he must have had a little bit of a sense of humor, because he made something absolutely gorgeous and creates, you know, one of the healthiest things you can eat, a pecan. And then he turns them into trees that look like this all winter long. And so this is what they're going to look like. But, you know, we've just done a little bit of a harvest already. But we're getting close to a full load in the hamper. We'll show you that, or in the trailer. We'll show you that here in a little bit. But first, let's go shake some pecans. All right, this is a shaker. This machine right here, and this is a tough machine right here. And this is a shaker, and I tell you what, I could actually use one that's a little bit larger. And this is pads right here that go on the trees. And you can see this old pad's pretty worn out. But actually, the deal that clamps against the tree is this bottom part down here. This is what clamps against the tree. So all of that is protection for that bottom part to keep from wearing that out. Same thing on the other side. You know, we'll probably go ahead and shake, and we might not, we'll replace these probably for next year, but all those are is just big old pieces of rubber. But on this right here, this is a hydraulic, and it kind of looks like this is broke sitting there on this tractor. But what this is right here is we'll back up to the tree and to the hydraulics, and we'll bring this into the tree, and we touch the shaker, and it starts to shake it. And we'll shake for 60 to 90 seconds, sometimes a couple of minutes, and might stop, shake again, might move to the other side of the tree. Right now, we're leaving a lot of pecans in the trees. And of course, when you look at that, you say, oh my gosh, there's a lot of pecans shining up there. But you're just not going to get them all. They're just not all going to fall. And the other side of the deal is that some of those pecans might not ever fall. They may be up in that tree. But we got to get them out of the fields. They're just like any other crop. You have only a limited amount of time to get them out. If it starts raining, particularly the big pecan grove we got, it's pretty wet down there. We can't even get the pecans out. So let's fire this baby up and shake a tree or two. All right, Apache, let's shake them, Bubby. Let's shake them. If you'll notice, we've got a top on that. And that top doesn't stay on there all the time. We just put that on that old massey right there, just to protect from the limbs falling down. You never know. Sometimes it's a really big limb that comes down, and that's just protection there for the tractor driver, so you don't get hurt. Okay, all right. We're gonna go get that big one right over there is what we're gonna get right now. Now you can take a look at that tree and see all those pecans shining up there in the sun. Once he shakes it, you can take a look and you won't be able to see nearly as many. Now we're backing up to this tree right here, and he's got the shaker. We're going to surround the tree with that shaker, and with our hydraulics we'll clamp down on the tree. Now with the hydraulics we're going to clamp down on the tree. There you go. Now Now take a look up in that tree. Now you can still see a few pecans shining up there, but not many. I mean, not many. That one really shook well right there. There's a few pecans. Actually, the pecans that you'll see still in the shell up there are the lower ones. That tree. And now this is the manual labor part of it right here. It's a matter of coming in here and picking up all the sticks. That tree really was pretty good. A lot of times you have a lot more sticks than that fall down, but you got to get these sticks out of here as you run over it, because we're going to run over it with a harvester here in a little bit. So it's really not too bad. You end up with a lot of pecan sticks. And this tree right here is, you can see this tree is a casualty. The amazing thing about this tree right here is this tree actually broke off. The main part of this tree broke off in a springtime storm, a big windstorm we had here during the springtime. And the tree was loaded with pecans. They were baby pecans at that time, little tiny things, but the one branch that managed to live through that storm was this one branch that come out on this side. And it finally broke off the other day during a big 50-mile-an-hour windstorm we had. But you can take a look here, and these pecans on this one branch actually made pretty good. I mean, there's lots and lots of pecans right here. Obviously not worthwhile to come in here and do what I'm doing right now, except for your own personal use. But these pecans made really, really good. I mean, they made clusters of 3, 4, and 5 pecans. They're nice pecans, good shape. I bet they're good tasting pecans. And if a guy wanted to come in here and just fool around with this one old limb he took off for a few minutes, you're going to pick up a lot of pecans. And you know, just like that, just picking those out of those holes, I got kind of a little handful of pecans, and all of those are good pecans right there. All of them are good pecans. That one pecan there looks like that might be a bad pecan, but that's those are good pecans right there. See that big old tree right there, because of how big it is, and getting around it, it's not shaking near as much up the top, and we're not able to get as many of those pecans out of there. We just get what we can. That's all you can do. Now, some of these trees we may come back to and look at a little bit later. We may reshake a few of them, but it's kind of just depends. But you know, we'll make a few loops around through there with the harvester, and we'll be picking up some, no doubt about it there. But anyway. And that's how you shake them. That's the deal right there. It's really kind of a fascinating process. Sometimes if there's no squirrel up there somewhere, the squirrels will come bailing out of there. It's kind of funny. We didn't see that either time there, but it's kind of funny when that happens. Actually, I know guys that get around and wait while somebody's harvesting pecans, particularly if you've got 3 or 4 people working, where you're working you know, you're just coming right behind this with the pickers picking up sticks, and then also the harvester picking up the pecans, where one guy just goes from tree to tree to tree shaking, and then some guys will get out there with their shotgun and go squirrel hunting. All of our pecan equipment is made by Savage Pecan Equipment Company out of Madill, Oklahoma, which is only about 30 miles away. Basil Savage is a really, really good friend of mine. His sons, Clay and Basil Savage Jr. are all good. All of his sons are great friends. Basil has been one of my mentors in the pecan business, Basil Savage and Carl Buchanan. Carl has taught me a lot, and I just called and visit with him about a few things today, as a matter of fact. But Savage Equipment, Madill, Oklahoma, builds more pecan equipment than everybody else in the world put together. In other words, they're not just the largest, they're larger than anybody in the world put together. They also have a big, giant processing plant that we're going to be hauling a load of pecans over to here in just a little bit. As a matter of fact, Chris is going to take them over there while I go fishing. And, hey, okay, here we go right here. Now, here's what we're doing. Come on over here. This harvester, of course, we start on the outside where we don't run over the pecans. This harvester has got little fingers in the front of it. I'm not sure you can see them. The little fingers in the front, they're rubber fingers about this big around, about this long, and they're going up there, and they're gathering the pecans. Now, they're also picking up a lot of sticks and a lot of leaves. That's throwing out a bunch of it. You've got a deal going there around and around. It's on a big chain. We've broken the chains before. That happens occasionally, but not very often. Fortunately, you know, when that happens, Basil takes care of me, and we can get her fixed real quick. And they're really relatively easy machines to work on. I can work on them, so that tells you how easy they are. But you can see there that it's actually just vacuuming all of those pecans up. It's picking up everything. You notice how it looks like all the leaves are gone? That's because that machine is picking up all the leaves. A little bit more difficult on that uneven ground. You can see right there, he's going to have to raise that up a little bit because of the uneven ground. It's on the uneven ground right there, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to pick all those pecans up. Now, they're going in that hopper. That hopper's that big thing on this side there. You see they're coming in through there, then they're going up that conveyor belt. They're going up that conveyor belt is that bullet-looking thing right there, and it's turning around and around, and it's dumping the pecans into that canister there, and then what's happening there, you know, is it's throwing out all of the trash. Now, there'll be a lot of sticks, a lot of leaves, a lot of little tiny stuff in there. We pick up the major stuff, and he moves that thing up and down as he goes around to try to really get as much of the pecans picked up as possible. You see how low he's getting on that? He's got that down there really pretty good. He's trying not to leave too many pecans on the ground. You don't pick them all up. Now you're going to have to raise it up there again. You see what he's doing right there? Hydraulics is the best thing that's ever been invented for tractors. The can to go up into that bucket, or sure there's a better word for it there, not anything I'm using. but it goes up into that, and then we're going to go over there. Once that gets full, we'll actually go over there and dump that into the trailer. Apache is very, very thorough. He does not want to leave any pecans. And you see he gets closer and closer to the tree as he goes around to make sure he's picking up all the pecans. That's throwing out all of the trash. Now, when we haul the pecans over there, and I'll probably have Chris, she's going to go over there, but I'll probably have Chris shoot some video on her iPhone that will show you what happens when we get over there when we dump them into their big machines and they run up, and it then separates. They've got big machines that really separate a lot of the trash out, where you end up with the pecans only, and they'll be in big bags that hold about 1,500 pounds each. So we've got that bag, that'll hold about 3,000 pounds over there, the trailer completely full, and it's really just about full right now. We'll walk over there and I'll show you in a minute. That the word I was looking for is hopper, by the way, and I know that a lot of you think a hopper is only in DirecTV, but that is a hopper that holds pecans right there. One of the things that you find out as you get a little bit older is words like hopper, you lose them. They're not in your mind. But you replace them with words like canister. And a canister is something you put sugar in. But that's a hopper right there, a pecan hopper. We'll call it a lot of things for the days over. All right, you can see what we got right here. This is about probably halfway full in this hopper right here. It holds a lot of pecans. The hopper really holds a lot. You see all those sticks and stuff down in there. That's why you pick up the sticks, but a lot of these little sticks and stuff, you don't bother about picking up, and they're not gonna necessarily, when they run them through their machine over there, all of that little sticks will go, and you're gonna end up with just pecans, and that's all. But this works on a hydraulic. This hydraulic right here, when this hopper is full, right here, he'll raise it up. He'll raise over, pull up with a trailer on that side. He'll raise it up and dump the pecans over into the trailer. And we don't really hardly have enough to dump in there. I might have him go over and dump it, but the trailer's completely full right now. Chris is getting ready to take it over to the processor, but so we probably won't show you that. That's not really, but what happens, it's kind of cool looking, but this whole hopper right here works on a big hydraulic hose right here, and it comes over at this big hydraulic bar right here. Will come over and he'll dump that entire thing out, and then he'll go pick up some more. And this, guys and girls, is exactly what we're looking for right there. There's about 3,000 pounds of pecans in there at least, maybe more. And there's a lot of sticks. It's got, you see all these little sticks just like you saw in the hopper over there. There's a lot of sticks, leaves, all of this stuff, their machines will clean out over there. These that are in the hull still a little bit, no problem at all. Their machines will take care of that. And like that whole pecan, since it hadn't opened up at all, it'll probably just go through and go away bad. Their machines have got computers on them, and where they're able to get rid of anything that's light. They'll grade out, and you know, you never know exactly what you're going to get for them, or you never know how much you're going to lose, and you just haul them over there, and that's a lot of pecan. There's a lot of pies right there. It'd take a lot of corn syrup to get this turned into, and flour to turn into really what you want, but there's an awful lot of great tasting pecans right there. A lot of the pecan pies that you buy from like here in Oklahoma, Mrs. Fields, just right up the road about 20 or 30 miles from where we live. A lot of the pecans you buy, these will be some of the pecans that's in them, because these pecans right here all go through. We actually carry all of our pecans over to a processors. The pecans that we ship y'all, when you order through the internet and buy Jimmy Houston pecans through the internet, are pecans that we've sent over there, and they've gone through the processing and gone through the grading and everything. That way every single pecan you get in your bag is good. Now if we just picked 5 pounds or 10 pounds out of pecans here and sent them to you, or run them through a cracking machine and send them to you, you're going to get some bad ones in there. But every single solitary pecan you get when you order from us, you're going to be able to to know that every single pecan is a good pecan. There's not a bad one in the batch, because they've all been graded, run through several machines, and that's the pecans that we actually end up shipping out. And great Christmas gift, great Thanksgiving gift. We only have these fresh pecans, November and December. We don't sell pecans any other time of the year. All the pecans that we don't sell through the internet, to our YouTube friends, our Facebook friends, all of our buddies, you know, they'll just end up in Mrs. Fields pecan pies, and several others, I think. This thing's getting ready to go over there. Chris will handle it from here. She'll show you what happens over there once she takes the pecans to the processor. Yeah, full load. I like it. And this is Basil Savage's processing plant, Hawani Creek. And this big building right over here is going to have lots and lots of sacks of pecans in it already, even though it's just started. Well, you can take a look in there. You can look in there and you see just all of those are big bags that hold about 1,500 pounds of pecans each. Now that will be completely full, and there might be me stacked around out the side. I've seen them, you know, they've still got lots and lots of room to go. And am I in line? I got one. Looks like they brought this truck over here and left it. So I don't know if he's in line or not. There's a dump truck here full of pecans. I don't want to pull in front of him, but I'm not sure he's in line. Looks to me like that they've just left that truck there. Truck's not running. Nobody in it. I'm going to go ahead and pull on up here. This is kind of interesting right here. This is where we will be. We'll be getting rid of the pecans. And you see that deal right there in front of us? Now the pecans are all going to end up going there and going up into that conveyor belt and going through that big machine that will allow them to, allow him to process the man. Is that Basil Jr.?
If I caught him, and he breaks his line setting the hook on one, and either one of those fish would have won the tournament. Bill and Edwin, Nance and Edwin. Yeah, and I told him, I made a statement there at the end. I said, well, I'll guarantee you. The original winner was Roland and Timmy Horton. But they had written down a fish twice, so they had to take 1.8 ounces off.
If you guys will move, these guys can work.
And so they did. Yeah, we get out of the way these guys that be pecans out. Yeah.
We're talking about fishing.
You don't have to socialize anywhere. They're working.
So they that took a pound 8 ounces away from them. When we thought they had won, they found that error. So I made a statement. I said, I'm really cool to see. I won. I said, because it's been years since we won your whole way. So I'm picking to see you. And they go, no, that was Roland. Yeah, Roland and Timmy. Now, Bill and Evan will get up to Roland, Timmy, and scored a 6 points. Yeah, I said, I'm surprised to fix them all to 6 points and 20.
See what's happening right here. These are all the pecans that's going down through there coming up the conveyor belt. Now you can see all the little sticks and trash. Really and truly, this load does not have much trash in it. It's going to go up here and come on around here. It's really, really noisy. This is almost kind of a redneck machine, redneck engineering, but it works perfectly. This right here, all the bigger stuff. You see the bigger sticks? They're all coming out. Now, we don't have many big sticks in ours. Not many big. That's the little stuff coming out of here. More stuff's going down, going down through that fan will come out through there and going out into that trailer back there. And here we just have basically pecans. There will be a little bit of trash in there, but not much. This bag will hold about 1,500 pounds. We should have a bag and a half. You can look in here and you can see that you know that Basil Savage handles a lot of pecans. And before this year is over, these will be double and triple stacked in here, and this entire building will be completely full. There'll be some out here underneath the awnings. There'll be pecans everywhere. This is a banner year. Last year was terrible. Nobody made any money, but you can see what's happening over here now. And all of these pecans will have a label on them. You can see that right there. Beautiful pecans. They didn't have much trash in it. Look how clean those are. Yeah. HCR 362 Pawnee number 2s. That tells what they are. And that's actually, these are pecans off of this ranch right here, I think. That probably stands for Hawani Creek Ranch. 3620 is the invoice number. Pawnees number 2. So those are all Pawnees. Right there is what those are. But you can look down through as you get down. I don't know who that is, but SC 3807. SC 3807. Hold 300 pounds. I don't really know what that means. But now you can see in these pecans, it's got still quite a bit of trash in it. Those are not nearly as clean as those were over there a minute ago. But, you know, now ours wherever they put ours down there, ours will have a TER on a Twin Eagle Ranch, a JG, and that's all it is. And that's the invoice number, 3783. Those are all, you know, native pecans. Here's some improved pecans right here. And you notice every bag is not full because, you know, we'll have 2 bags out there, I hope. We've had 1 already. We still have quite a few pecans to go. But you see what happens here. I mean, there is a lot of pecan pies and a lot of pecan candy right here. This is just, and this is nothing. This is early. This is early in the picking season. This building will be, let me tell you, this building will be completely full of these white bags. And not only that, they ship them out of here every day. They ship them out every day. You can see right over here. JS 1336. Don't know whose pecans those are, but they've got those bagged up to go out somewhere. Those are 50-pound bags. Probably heavier than that, really. It says 50 pounds, so I guess it is 50 pounds. That'd be a good giveaway, wouldn't it? We're doing good, though. Hey, guys and gals, I hope you enjoyed that. We're out here working hard, doing videos all the time, and we really, really appreciate you watching, more than you can ever know. Be sure to hit that sub button and subscribe to our channel because we need every one of you. Hey, have a lot of fun. Let's go fishing.